Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Katie from Mitza Creek Farm, and we are going full speed from pumpkin season to Christmas tree season, and I will be honest, there is so much to do. I'm fairly certain I won't be able to get it all done in time. You can see behind me, the sheep are all grazing over where the bees were. The bees are gone for the winter. They'll come back next summer. But I have this whole area fenced in, and the sheep are grazing what's left of my pumpkins and gourds and getting everything mowed down. Surprisingly, they have not eaten the sunflowers. These guys still have lots of seeds on them, but the sheep haven't eaten them, which is kind of weird, but whatever. So they are getting that, then that way I don't need to mow because this is where we are going to set up Christmas trees for Christmas tree season. So I wanted to make sure that we could A, get them more forage, and B, get this cleaned up without much input. And so that is working out well. So on the agenda right now, we are on our way to go pick up a big order that I have of potting soil and mulch for next year, believe it or not, and a couple displays. There is a greenhouse that we work with, and they are actually closing, and so we are buying what's left of their inventory for some stuff. So we are on our way to go do that now, and then we have to rush back here and get going on a lot of these projects. All right, so we're home. We have the truck completely loaded, probably overloaded. We have a pallet of compost peat moss mixture. We have 40 bags of mulch plus a couple displays. So we have both the trailer and the truck completely full. This is my second load from this place. And I have some other fixtures and a lot of pots and that kind of stuff as well. So that is nice. I am really prepared going into winter for the spring planting season. So that is really nice. Here inside the stone coop, Lily is having a party this evening with some friends. She is doing a Halloween dress-up costume party. And so these are the squashes and the pumpkins that we have for us. And I think she's going to use some for decoration. And she's getting everything set up. Oh, it looks like she had her dog down here too. So she's getting everything set up in here for that. Well, they're unloading more mulch and the dirt. I am going to drain our fertilizer injector because I need to remember to do that. The sun is starting to come out, so it's starting to warm up. So that means it should be well above freezing inside the high tunnel. Yep, it actually is. I can see the condensation on the windows. So I'm going to do that, get that drained because that's on my to-do list for today. And then I'm going to start planting tulips again, still. Looks so nice in here. It did not get hit by the freeze last night. It's actually only 28 out right now. And I'm going to try my best today to get everything picked in here if I have time. It's a long list today to get things done. And I would love to be able to get all the beans picked, all the peppers picked, and a whole bunch of tomatoes if possible. Okay, so I have the water to here turned off, and I have the two external hoses on but taken off. Like I have the valve on, so any water can drain out there. With the hoses off, then I'm going to take and unhook this. Maybe, oh, I need a wrench to do that or dry hands. Then I can take this off. There we go. Alright, so we're going to bring that and put it in our basement for the winter. You guys are going to take all the nice warm heat out of here. I want to pick beans this afternoon, too.
Some thick beans.
I know. They look good.
Push it. Good job. Long, short. We're supposed to do the long. Okay, now put 2 the other way.
It actually is 3 the other way.
Now you're gonna do it the other way. I'll just hold this window shut for you.
So funny having all those turkeys out there.
Nice.
These still are doing pretty good, especially considering I haven't watered in here in ages. Look at those zinnias. Look at these petunias. These ones here are my favorite. And then volunteer tomato plant. Oh, it's got some tomatoes on it even. There's a volunteer Brad's Atomic Grape. So there's 2 different volunteer tomato plants here. And these zinnias are still doing amazing. We have so many volunteer of these little ones that are all like up along the edges on both sides. I really like those. I just left them. It was nice to have. They started blooming mid-September-ish.
Is it alive? Yeah. Very much alive, Dad. Very much alive. Hey.
Then we have 20 more bags of mulch. Then, instead of us going and trying to get all of the boughs that we need, our neighbor was harvesting them, and so we ordered a couple 100 pounds of boughs from them, and then that way we have a good start to the wreath making season. And so they just dropped those off. Still we'll need to go gather a bunch, but it's a lot less that we'll need to gather now, and this will give us a good head start. Next big hurdle for wreath making and porch pot making and all of that is getting cedar and white pine boughs, but we have a good start with those, and then we'll take a weekend or maybe an afternoon or something, maybe next week or mid-November, and go get a bunch more. But at least we're able to get started earlier on wreath making this year by doing that, and it worked out perfect because this guy ended up living just on the other side of our property, and we've never met him before, so that was awesome. So I got this weeded really well, and now planting is going super simple. All I'm doing is I am digging a hole, throwing a handful of bulbs in it, and calling it good. I'm spacing them about every 2 feet, and then that way there's bunches of color instead of just like a row of color. Probably 8 to 10 per bundle, and I'm just digging a hole and throwing them in. The stone coop. Lily has it looking nice for her party. She's going to do some pumpkin painting. She's got a s'mores bar there. That's the display that I just bought, so that worked out really well. And I think she's going to show a movie back there onto that wall. So I was able to get a whole bunch of mums planted too. I don't know if they're going to take or not because it's so late. I mean, we're almost at November. But I got snapdragons planted. You can see them. There's one under every window, just for a splash of color. They are still doing amazing and just looking really pretty. So I figured I had like 7 left over. I might as well just take and get them planted. You can see them like there and there and then there. So I got those planted. Those probably will not come back next year, but there's a good chance they could reseed themselves. So that's kind of a perk. But then I got all the mums done too. So there's tulips in the back, and then with kind of in the same row as the snapdragons, and then a bunch of mums, and then the rest are Alaskan daisy and different types of coneflower, and I have some baby's breath in there too. Here inside the high tunnel, I am picking beans, and these plants are loaded with beans. All of these so far are off of this first plant here, and I'm still picking. You can see how many left are on there. Look at that. That is absolutely crazy. I know I'm going to have people ask. The variety that I got this year was called Jade, and I am really happy with them. I'm going to use them again next year. They are super tender even when you let them go long, and they're not stringy. So I really like them. I have no clue how they hold up. We freeze all of ours, so I have no clue how they hold up because we haven't taken any out of the freezer yet. But I am absolutely loving them, and we're getting so many. So all of this is off of one plant, and I pulled it already. And I'm just gonna pick the beans and pull the plants as I go. And then that way, that's one more thing that I have done in here as well. It's dark and it is cold in here. It's about 30 outside, maybe a little less. So that means it's like 30 in here. So I'm trying to get everything picked as quickly as possible. And I got almost 2 full bushels of green beans picked out of all of that. So I got all of the plants pulled, and now I'm quickly getting peppers picked. All right, and that is about a half of a bushel, maybe a little less than a half a bushel of peppers. I have the heatless habanada peppers, and bell peppers. I ended up having to bring a light down here because I can't see because it's pitch black. But I got all of that picked, and now I will feel good if it freezes in here, which it should be. It's probably really close to freezing right now in here. And hopefully tomorrow I could get one more good picking off of the tomatoes. But if not, that is okay. I feel really good getting this stuff picked. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go in and warm up. We will see you on the next video.